Hello, everybody. This is DJ Vinyl Vertigo here. I had planned on doing a video this afternoon during my lunch break, and I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let it stop me. My allergies have gotten to me, and my eyes are all messed up. That's why I have sunglasses on right now. Hopefully I'll be better later. My eyes are itching so bad they hurt. But I can see enough to do this video. And I was inspired by Americana Sam, great channel. He's into clearly Americana, mainly Americana, but also rock and roll and other things. He did a really good video that he was inspired by another channel, a friend of his, it's Tommy's Musical Adventures. I had never seen that channel before, and I checked it out. Tommy on Tommy's Musical Adventures did a video called Gimme 5, where he was talking about he wanted to feature 5 great debut records. And they both did really good videos, and they had really great releases that they considered to be, in terms of their experience, 5 great debut albums. So I decided to do one myself. Now, mine is very different than both of them. Although I do love a lot of the releases that they picked out. Mine are very different, and I probably think that they might not even be into what I put out. But that's not the point. The point is to just show music and to share musical taste and that kind of stuff. So, and don't forget, these are my choices in terms of debut records. Now, I had a hard time nailing down 5. At first, I was having a hard time finding 5 that I could think of that I had on vinyl, and then I was having a problem. Once I started figuring that out, I was like, oh no, I have too many now, so I have to get it down to 5. So I'm gonna have some honorable mentions, and let me just run down my honorable mentions. Some of them I don't have on vinyl, like "Never Too Much" by Luther Vandross is definitely a honorable mention. With a little help from my friends, Joe Cocker, great record, great debut album. I don't have it on vinyl. B-52's debut record. Funny enough, I don't have that on vinyl anymore, and I got to find that again on vinyl. I love that record, and that was everybody's introduction to the B-52s. Closing Time, Tom Waits. Again, I don't have that album on vinyl, but I do have it on CD, and I love that record, and I love Tom Waits records anyway. Finally, one I do have, and I think this is amazing debut record by a pop band from the 80s, Culture Club's "Kissing to Be Clever." Yeah, great stuff on this, Grammy Award winning, and just amazing hits on this record, and just also the fact that they ushered in a new type of androgyny, and also just a new sensibility in terms of how Middle America can accept that kind of thing, especially in America. And this was not an American band. This is a UK band, but they're huge in America, which was very surprising and really great. Anyway, that was one. And the other one, the last one, is Teddy Pendergrass. Now, Teddy Pendergrass had been recording already with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, but this is his first solo record, and it's simply named Teddy Pendergrass, his debut record. Incredible songs on this one, so that's honorable mention. Here's my 5. In no particular order, I'm just doing it in terms of probably time frame or date, that kind of thing. First up, amazing record, amazing artist, amazing debut. Debut album, self-titled, Phoebe Snow, singer-songwriter extraordinaire. She has been part of the fabric of American music and American psyche for so long. She's done more commercials vocally than I think any other singer out there. I think Luther Vandross is another one that's done a lot, but she has sung so many commercials, so many jingles. Unbelievable. But this record is, I think it's perfection. It opens with her hit song, Let the Good Time Roll, which is a cover Let the Good Times Roll, which was a huge hit for her. I believe she won the Grammy for that. But it goes into Harpo's Blues, and then she does her song called Poetry Man, which is just so beautiful. Either or both. San Francisco Bay Blues. I mean, it just keeps going on. I Don't Want the Night to End, which I love so many people's versions of it, but I love her version of it. This is a singer-songwriter record, and you would think it's just really folky, but it's more, to me, it's very bluesy. It's a very blues record. Take Your Children Home, It Must Be Sunday, and finishes up with No Show Tonight. And it's very jazzy as well. A lot of jazz on this record. Incredible musicians on here. David Bromberg is on here, as well as Chuck Delmonico, Ralph McDonald, Bob James, Steve Mosley. The Persuasion sing on Let the Good Times Roll with her. It's a who's who. It's just unbelievable stuff on this record. She sings and plays acoustic guitar on this record, and it's definitely a staple in my collection. You can find this so dirt cheap everywhere because there was so many copies sold. But Phoebe Snow, yeah, amazing, just amazing. Did I say amazing? All right, next up, I can't do pretty much anything without talking about this woman because I love her. And again, this artist was with another band before she did her first solo record. But when she finally did her first solo record, we knew she was really going to go solo. And she didn't go solo until maybe her second solo album, but we knew it was going to happen. And because it was such a strong debut. Chaka Khan. Chaka. This album is a classic. It was a classic when it came out, and it's a classic today. Produced by Arif Mardin, and it opens with the classic and uncovered until Whitney Houston came around. I'm Every Woman. I'm Every Woman. Whitney Houston came and did a really great job on it, but I still love Chaka's the best. She has a song called Love Is Falling on Me. She has a beautiful gospel song on here called Roll Me Through the Rushes. She does a dance song called Life Is a Dance, which she actually has a really good remix of that. She does a duet with George Benson called We Got the Love, which is really cool. Some Love is another great kind of dancey funk tune. A Woman in a Man's World is really interesting, and then Meshes in the Middle of the Bottom was a great song. And she finishes up with Stevie Wonder. She does well with Stevie Wonder songs. She does a really incredible rendition, and I mean, it's hard to top Stevie with this song, but she does her own fabulous rendition of I Was Made to Love Him. She changed it to him. He does I Was Made to Love Her. That was his original. She changed it to I Was Made to Love Him, and it's fantastic. And she shockifies it. So, but this record is just stupendous. Yeah, great debut from an incredible vocalist who's still going strong to this very day. Chaka Khan. Chaka. Another artist who was with another band before they put out their own debut as a solo act. And I like both, but I prefer this artist as a solo artist because she really came out on her own. And she's become a definitive composer, definitive experimental artist. She's in her own world. She has her own lane that she's in, and I don't think anybody can get into her lane. And maybe some of you have already figured it out. She was originally with a band called the Sugar Cubes. This is Bjork, her debut record, Bjork. And that's a classic photograph of her by Jean-Baptiste Mondino, excuse me. It's her debut record. This album, it's called Debut, and it opens with her hit song called Human Behavior. Incredible video for that. Crying is on here. Venus as a Boy was another single for her. She has another dance song on here called There's More to Life Than This, that was recorded live at the Milk Bar Toilets. Someone in Love, it was just a cover of a Broadway tune, Someone in Love, like Someone in Love. And she finishes up with Big Time Sensuality in side one. Side two is One Day, which is a really great mid-tempo to slow tune. Airplane, Come to Me, it slows down a little bit. And Violently Happy is just one of those incredible, it's kind of like a trance dance song. It's very EDM. Violently Happy, really cool, great wild video, and then finishes up with the Anchor song. This was produced by Nelly Hooper and Bjork, and it's a great debut. It's a flawless record. There's not a bad song on here, and it's definitely not where she continued to go. She started with this kind of dancing stuff, and she already started with her second album, started to get more and more experimental, until now she does almost no dance music at all. It's very experimental, almost classical sounding. But we still love everything she puts out because she's so thoughtful in her work. Just amazing artist. She's one of those people you can just about call a genius, because she has her own. She's got her own lane. I mean, and that's very hard to say about every artist out there. I mean, she has a lane that no one would dare tread, I think. You know, she goes on she has her own drum that she hits. So, Bjork, debut. All right. Next up, this band really blew me away when they first came out in the early 80s. Singer just knocked my socks off. And the band was just so tight and so good. And the first single from this record just, I think it became a classic immediately, and it's still a classic to this day. This little redhead from the UK, Simply Red. Picture Book. This has amazing songs on here. It's Mick Hucknall on vocals, Fritz McIntyre on keyboards and vocals, Chris Joyce on drums, Tony Bowers on bass, Sylvan on guitar, and Tim Kellett on trumpet. And just killer record. Opens with Come to My Aid. Starts out really strong with Come to My Aid. Sad Old Red kind of has this kind of bluesy sound. Look at You Now is another 80s kind of dance sound, dance beat. They do Talking Heads' Heaven, and they do it their own way. They do it very almost gospel-y, the way they do it. And then Jericho, which is a really great song. The second side has like a funky tune called Money's Too Tight to Mention. Very, very appropriate for the time, because they're talking about Reaganomics and all that kind of stuff. And then we hit the big hit, the huge hit that was on this record, called Holding Back the Years. Holding Back the Years. Oh my gosh. Mick Hucknall just took us on a journey with that record, with that song. Then Red Box is a really nice kind of like alternative dance rock type tune. Red Box. Then No Direction is another one, and then we finish up with Picture Book. You could just sit and listen to this over and over and over again. Just a beautiful bunch of well-crafted songs, incredibly arranged, and beautifully played by everyone in this band. Simply Red, and this record gave us an idea of what was to come from this band. And there's been a lot of personnel changes over the years. But the one thing that remains intact is Mick Hucknall and that incredible voice of his. So, yeah. Simply Red, Picture Book. And finally, and I have to put this one last because I really have a lot to say about this one. This man came out at a time when punk was happening, new wave was happening, but he was neither and both, if that makes any sense. But basically, he's more of a singer-songwriter, but in a rock vein. Another one that dance to his own beat, and wrote this record, or put this record together in a matter of, I think, like a week or so. I think this was like the fastest he's ever recorded anything, and it was his first record. And every song on here, every single song on here is memorable, and it's one of the best debuts I've ever heard. And this debut gives you an idea of every direction that this man would go in his career. And I don't think he's ever done a bad record. He's done records that have caused people to go, huh? But I don't think he's ever done a bad record. Elvis Costello. My aim is true. And that is a true statement from him. Because this guy has, through everything, he has really triumphed. He has given us incredible music over the years. And he has had moments of redemption, moments of incredible heights. He had a couple of lows in his career, especially early in his career. And we won't talk about that now, because I think I've talked about that in the past. But he's made up for lots of things that have happened in his career, and has really survived so much incredible things. Elvis Costello with his signature stance. Interesting name. Opening the album with Welcome to the Working Week, which is such a great short song. And a lot of these songs are very short, so that's what I mean. He was neither punk nor new wave. He had the punk sensibility of the little short songs like the Ramones and stuff like that, but hitting you hard and then disappearing, and hitting you hard again and disappearing, and that kind of thing. So Working Week, then Miracle Man, which is great, kind of bluesy, fast bluesy tune. No Dancing, Blame It on Cain, and the incredible ballad Allison, Sneaky Feelings, and then the reggae Watching the Detectives. That's side one. That's just side one. Then side two, Angels Wanna Wear My Red Shoes, just rockin' song. Less Than Zero, mid-tempo rock song. Mystery Dance is it's got like a 50s sound to it. It's really cool. Pay It Back, got a kind of like a Pay It Back. It's got this kind of laid back, almost blues sound to it. And I'm Not Angry is more like a punk type thing. I'm Not Angry. And then at the very end, Waiting for the End of the World, which uses a little reggae, a little different types of things in it, but it's not really reggae. It just uses some of the rhythms. Just amazing. And I mean, I've named every song, and I think every one of these songs. That's what I mean. It's a perfect record. It has so many great songs on it. And, I mean, he could just do a concert just doing this album. That's how great it is. Here's the back cover. And this record comes in many variants in terms of the album cover color. I think there's a pink one, there's a blue one, there's another one. I have the yellow. I think I might have another one, but I'm not sure. Just complete. This is the complete record. This is just a beautiful, incredible record. And yeah, there's nothing else I can say. I mean, I think I said it all, and I think there's things that you already probably know. So that's it. I gave you 5. This is a Gimme 5 show. Thanks a lot to Americana Sam and to Tommy's Adventures, right? Did I say Tommy's Musical Adventures, for a great inspiration for this video. So that's all I'm going to say, and I'm going to doctor on myself and get rid of this horrible allergy effects that I'm having right now. I just took some medication and stuff, so hopefully I'll get better. I got to get back to work, so I can't have all these itchy eyes and runny nose and all that crap. I got to be clear and clean. You know what I mean? I'm a massage therapist. Anyway, keep listening to great music and have a fantastic day. I hope you had a great Memorial weekend. I know I did. Take care, guys. Love ya.